What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. As always, guys, don't forget to smash the like button and drop a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Those three things are going to propel and drive this channel. That's all we ask of you, and I really appreciate it because, again, you know, a lot of my people who are viewing the videos here are simply not subscribed to the channel, and it has a massive effect on how the algorithm picks up the channel. So by helping me, right, you're going to be helping the LUNC chain, because more people are going to pick up on LUNC because the algorithm is picking it up because you guys are subscribing, you're dropping likes, you're dropping comments. It's all going to help in the long run. So I'm very, very happy about the movement, the direction, and the overall drive that is there behind the development of the actual blockchain itself. Not so much speaking about the layer 2s and protocols, more speaking about the development side of things. So if we just flick over to governance here, we're going to be diving into the enabling of wallet whitelisting. And as some of you might know, I've been a huge advocate of this since the very beginning. This really does go all the way back to when Edward Kim was actually part of the ecosystem and he was leading development at the time. Now, we run into a bit of a hurdle. Some people decided it would be a good idea to start reminting burned coins. Binance was very upset with this, and they in fact wanted a whitelist. And what we can do is we can just flick over here and we can go back and we can actually reference this for those of you who may not know. So around 2022, you're talking the 26th of the 9th, 2022, this was posted at 10:35 a.m. and it's Binance to make changes to the burning of Terra Classic, being LUNC's trading fees. And if we scroll down here, they requested to whitelist Binance's wallets, and what this enabled them to do is be completely void of the burn tax itself, period. Any wallets that they had added to that whitelist are void of the burn tax. And I've said from the very beginning, this was a very good idea because it allows a CX to burn on their own terms if they do in fact want to burn. It's not as forced. And again, CXs like to be able to do stuff on their own terms so they can actually benefit from it. Something that I've got quite confused with over the past few months is the idea of Binance actually not benefiting from the monthly burns. And it's like, well, hang on a minute, Jay. You do a video every single month. Believes does a video. Matt Perry does it. Everybody does a video. So essentially, they are getting what they're asking for by not asking for it. So again, I have to say I've been very, very, very wrong on that subject. But again, we're getting on a side tangent. Let's dive into the main part of this video. So this is actually coming from BLV Labs, guys. And they're new on the scene, well, newish on the scene. They've done a bit of work. Some of the work they have proposed has been detrimental, let's say, to the actual ecosystem. And I think what they're doing now instead is going around and gauging what the validators are kind of thinking, where they want the chain to go, and then also gauging community feedback as well. BLV Labs did contact me and ask me what they think what I think they should be working on. And I said to them, look, you're going to have to figure this out yourselves. I really think that we should go for some kind of dynamic burn tax, something that is really outside of the box and really does begin to solve that extraordinary issue of having a low burn tax or a high burn tax, instead having an intelligent burn tax. And they've made steps towards a dynamic system with the deposit proposal phase of being able to actually move that up and down depending on the value of the LUNC coin at the time. These are all of the different things that BLV Labs have really been doing, and that is the bullish side of things. But again, they have proposed detrimental stuff in the past. So let's go forward and take a look at the tweet that they've put out, because again, you want to make sure that this is all official. As time goes on and we get comfier and comfier with these development teams, a rogue development team could slip in there when BLV Labs is on holiday, propose something. So you want to be able to double check everything. So make sure you're following BLV Labs. So let's now go over to Commonwealth and actually break this proposal down. And they're saying the primary objective of this proposal is to develop a whitelisting system that meets all the requirements of the above two proposals, allowing the community to efficiently add or remove addresses from the tax-free list. Again, this is keeping the module, the idea, and the movement decentralized, because it's going to all come down to, you guessed it, a governance vote to actually get yourself put on this tax-free whitelist. This system ensures flexibility and fairness in handling different use cases such as coining, Binance, etc. Both the coining proposal and the whitelist DApp contract proposal demonstrated the need for such a mechanism, but our approach extends beyond a single entity. Any exchange, project, initiative that aligns with the community's objectives can benefit from this framework. So again, guys, this is keeping it within the decentralized environment, and we're sticking by what we are, and we're not being confused and sort of trying to centralize things. And again, these development teams like BLV Labs, from my perspective, aren't trying to be influencers. They're not trying to be media marketers. They're just simply coming here. They want to work. They want to get paid for the work, and that's totally fair. So they're saying the benefits of wallet whitelisting is going to be enhanced flexibility. A community-controlled whitelist allows easy management of tax-exempt addresses. Like I was bolstering that fact previously, it's decentralized. You guys, validators, consensus will decide who goes on the whitelist and who doesn't. Improved on-chain operations, exchanges and whitelisted entities can perform transactions more efficiently, leading to a more active and functional network. Again, we're not forcing the burn tax on these exchanges. Instead, we could offer them the opportunity to become whitelisted, right? Where they give a little by getting a little. They get whitelisted, they maybe commit to burns in a proposal. It opens up multiple avenues, all of these different routes where we've got choices to make. There is opportunities available for these CEXs. And as you may know, MEXC used to burn. We might see a situation where MEXC starts burning again. It opens up a lot of avenues. And in addition, there may be other benefits, and people can study each proposal to understand the details. This is why I really like BLV Labs, because they keep it very professional. They give all the relevant information, and they're putting in 100% effort at all times, regardless of there being detrimental ideas that are not good for a decentralized ecosystem. They're still trying. So let's go over the technical implementation. Again, it's not overly important, but we want to know what's going on, how this is going to go down, and how long it's going to take. This module will implement all the features of the proposal, being solution 1, allowing the community to add, modify, and remove addresses from the tax-exempt whitelist. So again, if we get someone on the whitelist, we're not very happy, we can simply enact another governance proposal to have them removed from the whitelist. We can see that Strafe Cole has actually been putting in some work, some time, some energy, some effort behind the scenes to get the most effective approach for BLV Labs together, to use and continue to refine this module to fulfill all the requirements outlined in the proposal, which is going to be including reviewing and evaluating the code of the tax exemption module, adding features and requirements, which will be new APIs, CLIs, based on the current module if necessary, writing units for tests for all function of the module, supplementing the technical documentation, which is very important. Again, this is why we're saying BLV Labs are really starting to cover all of the bases. If in fact a team is going to come here, develop, change the system, we really need to have some kind of routine in place where they update the technical documentation and they actually cover all of the bases, right? So they're going to be creating test cases and testing in the local environment, which will be the Hellnet. Conducting tests in the LUNC testnet environment, again, Hellnet. So they're also talking about solution 2, but I really don't think this is going to be a situation where we're unhappy with solution 1. Solution 1 seems to cover all of the bases, but what they're saying is they will choose to implement solution 1. If, however, you're not happy with it and it doesn't pass, there is a solution to backup used in the case solution 1 cannot be executed. Enhancements to the tax module, modify the tax module to incorporate the tax exemption logic for approved whitelist addresses, and provide function and CLI tools for the community to easily add and remove wallet addresses from the whitelist. So the implementation timeline is going to be around I think it's around 4 weeks, they're saying. So you've got around 4 weeks and an $8,000 budget. They could go over, it could be a little bit under. Likelihood is it's going to be bang on when they ask for the money. I think this is a very good price for the work that they're going to be providing. As some of you may know, I got a development team myself. Well, I've got 2 development teams actually now. And yeah, they're not cheap. If you want good developers, you want good work, you have to pay a little bit upscale, but you're getting great work covering all of the bases from BLV Labs. And this is what we want to see. We don't want to see a development team getting caught up in all of the limelight and trying to draw as much attention to them as possible. It's not about being an influencer when you're a developer. You should be there to develop the ecosystem, being the layer one and pushing it forward. I'm going to be supporting this. I think solution one is what we should go for. And yeah, that's all I've really got for you guys for now. It's pretty self-explanatory. A lot of us understand the whitelisting process with Binance. So we've got that reference in our own minds. It's something that we already kind of understand. It's going to be beneficial for the ecosystem. It could be beneficial for you listening if you've got a project planned in the future, because essentially, right, if the product, the protocol, the idea, the coin, the layer two is actually benefiting the chain that much, well, you could put them in the tax exemption module. Something I didn't see in there is if it could be, you're 50% exempt from the tax or 25% exempt from the tax. Could we make this in fact dynamic? These are some of the things that I'm going to be speaking about with BLV Labs. I'll be speaking to my own confidants, my own development team, and seeing what they really think about making this thing a bit more dynamic. Because again, I didn't see the option to have a 20, 50, 70, 80% exemption. And we should really try to figure out the middle ground. It should never ever be one-sided. That's something that I'm starting to understand a lot more. And being 100% honest with you guys, we've got to work to meet in the middle at all times. So that means the chain has to benefit at least 50%, and the project that's being involved should be benefiting 50% as well. There's got to be a give-take relationship, but it can simply not be take. But let me know what you guys think about all of this. It's going to be very interesting as we watch this market figure itself out. I'm going to be moving to a new kind of format. I've been working on it over the past 2 weeks, how I kind of want to take the channel in 2025. And we're going to be doing the HCC daily roundup, and we'll be covering everything outside of LUNC and also doing daily coverage of projects inside LUNC. I recently made a group. I got a lot of the projects in. If you are a project, you want to get in this group, you're not in this group, you want to be on the daily roundups, the HCC daily roundups, DM me on Telegram. Links to that in the description, and we'll get you in the group. We'll get you to where you need to be. And if you provide me the information, I will be able to better report on what you're doing. And I understand there's a lot of different groups out there for these things, but I simply don't have the time to go into all of these different groups. We've got to manage LUNCDash. We've got to manage the mobile app. We've got to keep up with licenses. We've got a legal company that we have to do tax returns for, monthly statements. It's now a situation where there's a lot of responsibility here in HCC, and I just want to thank all of you guys for continuing to support the channel. But yeah, very bullish about this, as you can tell, very happy, very excited, and yeah, big thumbs up from me. But like I said, guys, let me know what you think, and aside that, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next one.